I have some mounts in today for testing, and these are sent in via Angryfox. They are a fairly new torch maker, but they also make some accessories. So I have three here to show you. So I'll go through and we'll have a look at each one. I have the weapon mount first. This is a magnetic weapon mount, and you have plastic coverings on the magnets. All of this is solid metal. It's very strong and robust. You see the white silicone insert there. You can take that out, and you have a screw adjuster so you can tighten it down onto the torch. There are also pads top and bottom on that, so if you take the silicone strip out, it's still protecting the torch from damage. I'll just do a quick tape measure on that. That's 5 centimeters long, and you can take a torch of around about 3 centimeters in diameter. So this will work with slightly larger torches, although like this one here, it's better suited to smaller torches. Tighten that down, it's quite secure. I'm not sure why I keep getting sent weapon mounts or weapon torches, because I don't have a weapon to test them on, but as I got it, I'll just show it to you anyway. So if you've used one of these, let me know how you find the magnetic mounts. It seems quite strong with the magnets. Next up we have the bicycle mount. This has two sections, one for the torch and one to mount onto the handlebar, and it has a silicone or rubber middle grommet section which provides some friction resistance so that it actually stays in place. You can rotate this fully around 360 degrees. This silicone band is luminous rather than glow in the dark. So it's just fluorescent rather, so if the light hits it, it will light up, and you have a couple of extra silicone bands as well. Just throwing a tape measure onto this. With those extra silicone inserts, that should mean it will fit perfectly fine on most handlebars, even the thinner ones. Now I'm putting the band onto the torch to insert that, and it provides a bit of grip. Quite a decent fit on this. I also managed to fit a larger 18650 torch, although I imagine these smaller torches are going to work better for a mount like this, but it's certainly possible with the more compact 18650s. I'll just show it to you on the bike. Quite a nice stiff action on this. It's not going to move easily. I've been cycling around with this for the best part of a week, and it hasn't moved unless you accidentally hit it yourself. And the next one is probably the most interesting. This is a torch, flashlight and phone mount. There's a couple of novel differences with this compared to the previous one. The design is basically the same with regards to the top and bottom parts which hold the torch and attach to the handlebars, but they put this large ball, chrome plated ball in the middle, which is magnetic. You also get a thin round metallic insert which you can attach to a phone. So the idea with this is multi-use rather than just a bike mount for a torch. You can pull off one section, the other section is secured in. This is the insert. The idea of that is to stick it onto the back of the phone or behind the battery cover if you can. I can't on this because I have wireless charging. This is using as a magnetic mount on its own, which is probably the most interesting part about it. You can take that part off or just attach it directly to the mount, and you have a sort of ball head mount for mounting on a bike, which gives you quite a variation in angles. You can tilt it around, and it seems pretty secure. I've been using this again for about a week. It's not moving unless you accidentally hit it. It's nice and secure. It's slightly rough on the finishing here. There's I'm not sure how they've done it, whether it's screwed into the back. It probably is, as well as some adhesive. Just needs to clean that up a little bit. It's not something that would bother me, just a minor point for the maker to note. It doesn't come off easily though. I've been pulling that quite hard. This is the flat section. You notice you have a silicone ring on that, so if you're worried about damaging any paintwork, that won't be a problem. And I'll show it to you mounted on the bike. Plops into place, nice and secure. Lots of magnetic force on that, and the advantage with this over the standard mount is you can pretty much get infinite angles or near enough and tilt it to the side. So it doesn't seem particularly useful, but if you are using it as a mount on, such as the tubing here, you can twist it around, turn it around at any angle as a work light, and that's something that I would use. As a bike light, it's handy because you can also scan around and look at things, but this is where it really, I think, comes into its own. And the magnetic force on that is good. That's definitely not going to come off, even though it's on tubing. And if you put it onto a flat metal surface, it's rock solid. It's not going to move at all. I like that mount a lot. It's definitely a very flexible and interesting mount, and it's got a lot of practical uses too, so that would be my favourite out of all of them. On to the weaker points. All of the boxes arrived slightly damaged. It's the hard brittle plastic. Not going to bother me reviewing them, but if you're getting these as a gift for someone, that's something which needs to be looked at. Also, the photocopied instructions detracts a bit from the overall quality of the product, which is actually very good. These are nice solid mounts, particularly the bike mounts are very flexible plastic, so it seems it's going to last the distance. Hopefully will do. I'll let you know how they hold up. Don't forget to check out my other videos, and I will put links below to these products in case you are interested.